Have you ever studied really hard for an exam and then gotten back your score and felt like a total failure? Maybe you didn't feel smart and you just wondered if college was even for you. Well, hey, I am here to tell you, you are smart. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not you, it's your study strategy. I'm Tina Gartella, success coach at Pima Community College, and this is Success Made Simpler. I have 20 years of experience and a master's degree, and I've been studying wrong my entire life. Nobody told me this. I just figured it out after working with students for years. Today, I want to share with you the 3 high-impact study strategies that I've been equipping my students with to get better results on their exams. Learning is a lot like working out. If you want to get stronger, you've got to lift more weights, you got to do heavier weights, you got to do more reps. That is how you build up your muscles. Your brain is a muscle, and if you want to retain things, you need your brain to have a productive struggle. Too often, I see students who are using passive studying methods that take a lot of time and that feel productive, but aren't really helping you retain information. What I want you to do, and what I see the most effective students do, is implement active study strategies that challenge your brain, that give your brain a productive struggle and help you retain more information. The first high impact study strategy is take the study guide like a practice test. Take the study guide cold, no notes, no book, nothing. Take the study guide like a practice test, because when you do this, you are testing yourself. You're simulating a test environment and you're staying in active learning mode, which is where retention happens. Too often, I see students take their study guide with their notes and their book and other people. They're just casually filling it out. Then they're thinking they studied. But here's the thing, they didn't test themselves and they don't know what they know and what they don't know. Now, maybe you're saying, Tina, I really need to use my notes and book because I'm not very prepared for the exam. Okay, right on. Do the study guide the first time with your notes and your book, but then take the study guide as a practice test a second time. You must gauge your learning. You have to figure out, what do I know and what do I not know? Now you're clear on what you know and what you don't know. The big question is, where do you spend your time studying now? Now, the reality is I work with community college students who are studenting, who are working, who are parenting, caregiving. I'm a single parent myself who works full time. So now, as someone who is older and wiser, I'm looking at ROI. I'm looking at return on investment for time. I want you to study smarter, not harder. That means you don't study everything equally like I did my entire life. I would study chapter 1 thoroughly, chapter 2 thoroughly, chapter 3 thoroughly. And that took a lot of time. You need to study and focus your study time on what you don't know yet. The stuff you got wrong when you did the study guide as a practice test. These are your knowledge gaps, right? The study guide helps you find your gaps. The working on the stuff you don't know helps you fill your gaps. Now, how do you work on the stuff you don't know? My encouragement is to focus on using your support team. Learning and behavior change happens best in community. And if there is something that you don't know, staying in active learning mode when you're trying to understand it is going to help you learn and retain things faster. Your support team might include going to tutoring, your instructor's office hours, a success coach like me, if there is one at your college. It may be working with a study buddy or a study group, or even leveraging AI. The key piece with AI is the inputs. You might say something like, explain to me in as simple way as possible this math problem. Break it down like you would to a fifth grader. The third thing that I want to encourage you to do is ABC. Always be correcting. What I mean by this is focus on reviewing the things you missed on your homework, on your quizzes, and on your exams as you go throughout the semester. This is something that I don't see students do nearly as much as they should. But think about it. I just gave you the formula for high impact study strategies. Find your knowledge gaps, fill your knowledge gaps, and keep finding and filling your knowledge gaps. The way that you do that is to learn as you go. Every assignment, every quiz, every test that you submit is data that tells you what you don't know yet. The stuff you missed is stuff you don't know. So look at what you don't know, involve your support team in understanding what you don't know, and that is going to make you more effective. That's also going to help you avoid cramming because you're going to be learning as you go and closing your learning gaps as you go. So I'm here to tell you this stuff works. Don't take my word for it. Take the students' results for it. I went into a biology class and I was supposed to debrief their first exam, but the instructor had been on paternity leave and they hadn't taken it yet. So instead, I prepped them for their exam using these exact same strategies. Guess what happened? They took the exam. The instructor ended up telling me he had never seen students score this well on an exam. When I asked him what he thought was different, he said, they had your strategies before they took the exam. So 3 high impact study strategies that we covered today. Take the study guide like a practice test. Focus your study time on what you don't know yet. ABC. Always be correcting. If you implement these study strategies, I can tell you right now, it's going to make an impact. So take the best, leave the rest, find your flavor. Tell me one thing that you're implementing and the results that you got. I can't wait to hear.